Good afternoon, everybody. It is Shada here. Happy Tuesday, and I'm coming live at probably the most inconvenient hour, but it doesn't matter. It's the way it worked out for me today. So I want to talk to you guys today about something that I know a lot of people experience, especially in network marketing, and it's called imposter syndrome, or feeling like a fraud. And I know I deal with this a lot in both my businesses, but a lot of times we can come into network marketing as something completely different, and we're now all of a sudden into the health and wellness, or we're a stylist for something, but our background might not be that. And so we can sometimes feel like a fraud when we're talking about health and wellness, when that isn't what we have a certification in, or what we're what we know, right? So sometimes we can feel a little bit like a fraud. Even as a business owner, we can sometimes feel like a fraud. So I want to talk to you guys about that today. And just so you guys, for those of you who may be joining me for the first time, I am Shana Recker. I am a entrepreneur, and I help female entrepreneurs, mainly in the network marketing world, get past their self-limiting beliefs so they can build a business and a life that they desire. And a lot of times I truly believe that success in anything starts up here. And so my goal is to help you guys get through some of that stuff so that you can take action in your business. So that's why I'm here. And so to talk to you guys today about imposter syndrome, because I have lots of experience with imposter syndrome. In my network marketing days, I'm a graphic designer by trade. That is what I'm certified as, is a graphic designer. So I knew nothing about health and wellness when I started my network marketing career. But I learned how to, maneuver through that by using these 3 tips that I'm going to give you guys today. But a lot of times what imposter syndrome does, it holds us back. We actually won't take action because we feel we're not good enough, or we're not, how can I be talking about essential oils when I'm not a certified aromatherapist? Or how can I be, talking about the business model or the opportunity when I don't really know anything about business? And so oftentimes we can get caught up here thinking that we're not enough, or that we're not good enough, or we're not certified, or we haven't had the training. And so we don't take action. But you guys, the world has changed. Things have changed. And a lot of people are being able to build businesses, network marketing, online, in all different places, without having to have a special certificate on their wall. And I'm not saying that, obviously to be a doctor, to be a therapist, to be certain things, yes, absolutely, we've got to go to school, and we have to do those things and get those certificates. But in some things we don't, and network marketing is one of those things that we don't. You don't have to be a certified fitness trainer to have a successful health and wellness business in network marketing. And so we have to stop thinking about those things in our head, stop holding ourselves back because we're not fit enough, or we're not stylish enough to be a stylist, or we're not whatever enough to be able to be successful in our businesses. And so that's a choice, right? Like everything we do in life is a choice. If you're choosing to believe you're not enough, and you're making that choice and you're holding yourself back, that's a choice. But the best thing about choices, you guys, is you can always choose again. So if this is something you've been saying to yourself is like, oh, well, I'd really like to be successful in my health and wellness business. I'd really like to be, at the top levels. And if your initial choice is, but I'm not, as fit as all those other girls, make a new choice. Make a new choice. I may not be as fit, but I know just as much about nutrition and health and wellness because I use the products every day, and I read books on it, and I know what I need to know to be successful in this, right? So you can make a different choice. So I want to give you guys, I don't know how many of you guys are out there who are able to watch this right at dinner time. If you're out there and you're listening to this right now, or if you're watching the replay, you can put #replay if you're watching the replay. How many of you guys have struggled with imposter syndrome and feeling like a fraud? Even in this business here, that my Shana Recker business, where I help entrepreneurs, I didn't get certified as a business coach. Everything that I've learned, everything that I'm doing, I've learned through experiences. I've learned by doing it. I've learned by, trudging through the different aspects of building a business and learning from the failures and the things that went right and all that good stuff. And here's the funny thing, and this is so true, and how many of you guys can agree with me on this? I went and spent 3 years at college for graphic design, to become a graphic designer. 3 years at college, learning all the stuff. And do you know where I learned the most about being a graphic designer? Was through the jobs that I had after the school and the certificate was earned. That's where I learned to become better at business. That's where I learned to become a graphic designer and use the software. That's where I learned how to deal with clients. That's where I learned how to be a good, productive employee. That I learned all of those things after I got the certificate, right? So it's more in the experiences. So let me give you the top three suggestions or tips that will help you overcome imposter syndrome or feeling like a fraud. So first of all, number one is you've got to do some work. You can't just join something and say you're an aromatherapy specialist or whatever without actually doing any work. You have to grow yourself. So that means reading the books. That means, learning about the industry. That means, doing the whatever kind of training or modules or whatever comes with your company, doing that work to grow yourself and understand it, right? Like when I joined my network marketing company, I started learning about health and wellness and products and why we want to use this and why we don't want to. Now I didn't have to go, learn it all, but I needed to know enough that when I shared something with somebody, I was able to answer questions and be able to, give enough information that they could trust what I had to say, that it was right? And here's the thing, is that people don't care so much if you have all the right answers, but if you believe in your soul what you're saying is true, like if you've had a good experience with a product and you say, like, I know this product really clears the skin because it cleared my skin, that's what they believe. They believe what you believe, right? So just know that, and that's number two. Number two is you gotta play the part. You have to have experiences. If you want to become, an expert on something, if you want to do something, extraordinary in your business and you want to grow this amazing business and you want to be at the top of your level of your company, but you're struggling with fraud, feeling like a fraud, then play the part, have experiences, learn by using all of the products. If you're in a health and wellness or a fitness business and you want to, really get out of your head and saying like, okay, well, I'm not the most fit person on the planet. Well, then start living an active lifestyle, start eating healthy, start exercising, start doing the things, have the experiences to give you the confidence to come across that you're not feeling like a fraud, right? So live the lifestyle that somebody who would be an expert in that is. And then within those experiences, you're going to grow your confidence and you're going to, be able to put yourself out there and not feel like a fraud, because feeling like a fraud makes you go like this, right? You're not going to want to do the work. You're not going to want to do the ask. You're not going to put yourself out there, but confidence allows you to show up like this, and you gain confidence through the experiences, through doing the different things and learning from those experiences. So number two is play the part, have more experiences with your products, with your company, being a business owner, all of those things. And then when you start to believe you're them, you're those things, other people start to believe it too. And then they start trusting you, right? And your confidence grows. And then the third thing is, you guys, is to hang with people who are doing what you want to do. So again, if you're, let's say, for instance, you're a stylist and you've just joined a jewelry company, and maybe you've never really had a lot of, background in styling. Find a group that you can hang with that are like stylists. I don't know, create a mastermind. Find people that are doing what you want to be or doing what you want to do, and put yourself around those people. You're the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most, right? So who are you spending time with? Level up. I joined a mastermind. This whole experience of becoming, an online business coach and helping people in business, I went through a mastermind group to help level myself up, to help grow my confidence, to help me, work myself into the role that I wanted to be. And by hanging with people who were already doing what I wanted to do, I learned from that. I gained confidence in that. I know my skill sets have grown, right? So you have to put yourself around people who are at the level and doing the things that you want to be, so then you won't feel like a fraud, because you're feeling it's a mindset thing, you guys. When you're around those people, their qualities and traits and the things that they do start rubbing off on you, and now you start acting and playing in that same role, right? And so then your confidence grows, and then your experience grows, your knowledge base grows, and so then you start feeling less of a fraud when you're putting yourself out there. So level yourself up. So level up the group of people you hang out with. So the 3 things again is to grow yourself, right? If you're feeling like a fraud, you don't really know exactly what you're doing, and you're scared to put yourself out there because you're not 100% sure about, what the product is and all that stuff. Read the books, do the whatever stuff your company puts out, read it, get on the calls, go to the training stuff, you guys, go to the conferences. All of those things are there to build your confidence so that you don't feel like a fraud when you're putting yourself out there. So it helps to build your mindset and your belief in yourself, in your products, and your company. So go to those things. Number 2, play the part. You cannot call yourself a healthy living coach and put yourself out there as that and then eating junk food all the time and showing pictures of that on social media and stuff. You have to be the part, play the part. And those experiences are going to give you the confidence to help put yourself out there and really feel like you are what you say you are rather than feeling like a fraud. And number 3 is up level yourself. Who are you hanging out with? Get around people who are where you want to be. Join a mastermind group. Like I said, I joined Amber Lillestrom's mastermind last year and it totally changed the game for me. I got to be around like-minded people who were trying to do or doing the things that I wanted to do. And so I started to become the people and the things and the places that I wanted to be because I was hanging around and rubbing shoulders with those people. So those are my 3 tips. If you're finding that you're struggling in your business and you're holding yourself back because your confidence is low and you're not 100% sure, you're feeling a little bit like a fraud, to put yourself out there as either a healthy living coach, a stylist, an aromatherapist, whatever those things are, start doing the work to help build your confidence. So when you do put yourself out there, you believe you are who you are and others will believe it too. So I hope that you guys found some value in this today. I love talking about mindset, and I just want to remind you guys that I am doing a webinar on Tuesday, August 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to talk about the 3 mindset shifts that you can do to take more inspired action in your business. And that is next Tuesday at 8 p.m. I can't wait to see you guys there. I will put a link in the comments if you want to register for that. And then it's also going to be the launch of the Mind Shift Academy, which is opening too. There's a question here. What would you suggest as far as Facebook ideas? For instance, show and talk about a product of the week, Facebook private group. I have a consultant support through to a Facebook Live with her. So I'm going to read this through, and Jennifer, I will message you, but I think what you're asking, what would you suggest as far as Facebook ideas? So I would say for Facebook, like, to show and talk about a product of the week. The only thing with Facebook you want to be really careful of is you don't want to be putting yourself out on your personal Facebook page too much, like talking about products too much and being salesy. What I would do when you're putting yourself out there on social media platforms, if you want to talk about your company, talk about a benefit of using, like for instance, if you're a skincare company and you're big on using day creams with SPF, put yourself out there in a way that educates people about the importance of SPF. And then you can say, if you need something, or if you don't have a good cream with SPF, contact me and I'll be able to help you. Because now you're putting yourself out there as somebody who is an expert on skincare or on protecting your skin, versus trying to say, hey, this day cream is really awesome. You guys should buy this because X, Y, and Z, right? So when you're putting yourself out there on social media, put yourself out there in a way that's going to serve and benefit the people you're talking to, not try and sell them something. And that also helps to up-level you as an expert in that area, because people see that you're not just trying to sell, that you actually have things that you're of value that you're offering and sharing. So I hope that helps, Jennifer. Is just to really educate. When you're doing your stuff on social media, you want to educate or entertain or inspire. So what can you talk about that is in line with, if you're in health and wellness or if you're in skincare, that's in line with what you do, but is a way that educates people. So I hope that makes sense. So that's it for me, you guys. If there's any other questions, just let me know. I can come back and check these out after, but thanks so much for joining me. I hope that you guys are having an amazing Tuesday, and I will put the link for that webinar that's going to come up next week in the comments. And anything else, I hope that you guys are having a fantastic day on your business page. So Jennifer just says, that on your business page or your personal page? Here's the thing. Business pages on Facebook don't get a lot of organic reach. So some of your people who follow your business page may see the video, but most people won't unless you pay to boost it. Okay, so Facebook is really putting the emphasis on personal pages and groups. So if you have a group that you've started and you've got a lot of people in that group that are prospects, maybe some client users, like some product users, a group that you that maybe aren't team members but are clients, you could do a live video in the group and they will see that. Anybody who's in that group will see that. Your personal page, you can do some live videos educating, inspiring people on your personal page, absolutely. You have to be careful how much you're selling or representing your business on your personal page, because I know Facebook has changed some rules and they don't want us to be doing too much business stuff on our personal pages or they will shut you down. I don't know the whole realm of that at this point, but you can do some digging on that. But you want to be on your Facebook personal page, you want to be really making sure you're educating, inspiring, or entertaining when you're doing live video, because if you come across too salesy, it will deter people. So that's my 2 cents. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm glad that you found some value in this, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. We'll talk to you later, guys. Bye for now.